Woo! What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another post-game recap. And I don't really want to talk a lot about the actual Lakers game. The Lakers lost, obviously, to Portland. We didn't play nobody, 109 to 81. But we got our playoff matchup, and I couldn't be more excited, guys. I'm going to bring you guys tomorrow a whole playoff preview for NBA Weekly. But today, let's talk about who the Lakers are actually going to face, y'all. It's the one team I told you guys I feared they were going to climb in the ranks, and there it is, man. Officially, the Lakers face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. The Warriors with the massive choke job, choking to the biggest choke artist team of all time, the Clippers. And the Warriors really met the opportunity. You love to see it. It's playoff time. Everybody's happy because you know what? We get to see the Warriors in the play-in tournament, and they're going up against the Grizzlies, so that can go either way. Regardless, they are what I thought they would be in spite of the Jimmy Butler trade. My prediction comes true yet again, a play-in tournament team. But the Lakers versus Timberwolves, guys, that's going to be a fun matchup. They're the team that I respected the most out of the potential opponents. Like, I didn't fear the Nuggets. I didn't fear the Clippers. I didn't fear the Warriors or the Grizzlies. The one team that actually has the size, the youth, the star power with Ant-Man, and the coaching to actually win a game or two against us is the Timberwolves. So, again, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a primetime series. The Lakers must take care of home and win the first two games, but I still got the Lakers in 6, okay? That's how much I respect the Timberwolves. I will give them 2 games maximum. But at best, Lakers in 5. At worst, Lakers in 6. They do have the size. They got the Twin Towers in there. They got Julius Randle, who's looking for payback, since we're the first team to ever get rid of him. Obviously, they got Rudy Gobert. They got Naz Reid, who's an absolute problem off the bench. So we're going to be extremely frail in the front line. Where we do get them is in the perimeter. We got better guards. We got better star power. We got better defenders in the perimeter. That's where we own them for sure. And we should be able to cook. Like I said, best case scenario, Lakers in 5. Worst case scenario, Lakers in 6. But what do you guys think of this matchup? Are you guys excited? How are we feeling about this matchup right here, guys? Timberwolves, Lakers. And again, it should be a glorious matchup, guys. The playoffs are set. The play-in tournament, you got Kings versus Mavericks, and then Warriors versus Grizzlies. Again, I'm going to break down every single series tomorrow during NBA Weekly. But for now, I just want to talk Wolves, Lakers, man. Who you guys got and why? My guy said Draymond was out there looking like Tragic Johnson today. Bro, they rely a lot on the officials, and they didn't get the calls today because they were facing another team that pays the refs out in the Clippers. And so, they got the short end of the stick. But, yeah, they better not get used to the calls because in the playoffs, you don't get those calls. Lakers should be battle-tested and ready to go because the Lakers, haven't been getting the calls all year round. But today, shout out to Dalton. He showed up at least for today's game, 27 points, 16 for Shake Milton, Jordan Goodwin with 12. Alex Len is an abomination. I don't know why he's still in the league. But, Lakers do fall to the Portland Trail Blazers 109 to 81. We're going to finish the season 50-32. But most importantly, we now know who we face in the playoffs, and that is the Minnesota Timber Pups. And again, it's going to be a great series. I'm expecting it to end in 5 or 6. I'd be shocked if it goes to 7, but we should be able to get them. Who you guys got? Let's see. Freddie G says Lakers in 5. I love it, brother. I love it. Like I said, I was confident against anybody. This was the team I respected the most from all the potential matchups we were going to face. We out, star power, Lakers check. Coaching, I believe Lakers check. Depth, that one's a coin flip. We'll see if our role players show up over theirs. But, they got a lot of size, and that's the only thing that concerns me here. But if the Lakers are pesky, the way we've been when we face Joker, Zubats, everybody, the way we've been scrappy, that's going to be the biggest recipe for success in this series that's coming up versus Minnesota. And we're going to be rested because we're going to get 9 days off. Going to be well rested, so hopefully we can knock off the rust in game 1. And we also have home court advantage, which is huge for us. It's going to be a good series. I look forward to it, man. Some of my favorite players are in this series. And it's going to be a blast again. I can't wait for it. All the West is tough, but this is the setup for us. Let's get it, man. Minnesota, it is. It's destiny. It is destiny. I always knew Minnesota was going to be tough. I knew they were going to be on the rise. Everybody discarded them early in the season, said they weren't even going to make the play-in. I just give them time. They're going to gel. And sure enough, they have battled all the way up to the 6th seed. So credit to them. Credit to them for sure. And, of course, I've stepped it up over the last month and a half or so. But this is what it's all about, man. It's playoff basketball. We don't want it easy. We want it hard anyways. Hey, yo. D Free says they're the team I respected the most out of the group as well. However, I think that we pose a real problem for them. And yeah, I'd expect 5 or 6 games. I'm concerned about Randall being bad as always. Yeah, man. Again, if you want to win a championship, you want to go through the best, right? We're not ducking anybody. So I'm looking forward to this matchup for sure. I wanted to give Denver revenge, so like I wanted to get revenge on Denver. So I was hoping for that. I didn't mind getting revenge on the Warriors because they beat us the last regular season game and they were over here twerking and stuff. But I'm also very happy that they're about to be in the play-in tournament. They got to work extra hard just to make the playoffs. And by the way, I like Memphis matched up versus them. I think Memphis could beat them and then force them to go to the elimination game. I think it can happen. I will be covering that game here on this channel and on and on playback. So make sure you guys are locked in. But I'm excited, D-Free, just like you, bro. It's an exciting time for us Laker fans. And we finally get to enjoy a week off of relaxing and pressure-free basketball and root for some of these teams to really struggle. Like, this was a great game. You texted me. I agree. This is one of the better games this season, and I'm just glad my team wasn't involved because it would have been intense if the Lakers were involved in this scenario, right? Let's see. My boy D-Free said, in the playoffs specifically, also love you, bro. Got to let them know that there's no beef at all between us. LOL, let's get this chip. Now, me and D-Free are good friends. Let me tell you guys something. We converse on the regular chat. Some of you guys think, we converse on the daily. And, yeah, he disagrees a lot with me. But actually, I enjoy our debates and our conversations. It's two good basketball minds going at it. So, yeah, for those of you that were commenting yesterday, of course, there's no beef between me and my brother, D-Free, man. We've been in this as content creators. Here's the thing. Sometimes there can be beef that arises between two content creators. One thing you'll have to know about me is that'll never start from my end. D-Free's the same way. He's so focused and poised. We're focused on our craft, and it is really something that we enjoy doing. We enjoy dissecting hoops for you guys, and we enjoy breaking it all the way down. So, but thank you for clarifying that, D-Free, as always, man. My brother. All right. Let's see. Let's get the likes. Appreciate it. Thank you, Kimmy Goat. Superman, Ant-Man, garbage can, Lakers in 5. I know Solo doesn't like Ant-Man. I know you excited about this matchup. But again, I'm expecting some real competition here. I would like it if we could sweep them, though. Don't get me wrong. If we play a perfect series and we end up sweeping, I'm ecstatic. You guys know I like certain players, but when it comes to matching up against my Lakers, they get on my bad side. So, yeah, no, we are not rooting for Ant-Man over here on this side at all. And I like that saying you said right there, D-Free, for sure. Kimiko, thank you so much. Yeah, if y'all haven't checked it out, go check it out, guys. Go follow me over there on Insta. By the way, I will be a guest today on a wonderful show that I want you guys to tune into. It's a hip-hop show, but they're going to be asking me, of course, they're going to be asking me basketball questions, and we're going to talk Dodgers a little bit as well. So make sure you guys tap in, guys, because that's where it's all at today at 5, and that is Fresh Out Hip Hop. I'm going to see if we can multi-stream so I can get the video here as well, but if not, make sure you guys tap in over there with Fresh Out Hip Hop, man. We're going to talk about that, a couple of things. Nas Reed always play well against us, bro. I'm not looking forward to seeing that front court. That front court is going to be a problem, an absolute problem. No, I like Ant-Man. I just don't like his immaturity. I feel that. I look forward to the matchup, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. Julius, watch out for him. He could be an X factor for them. But we got big bodies who can match and switch different positions. What I like about us versus anybody in the West is we're very versatile. And I also believe that JJ Redick is going to have us really well prepared. Today, Nate McMillan coached. For those of you that were wondering, I'll be honest, I was watching the Warrior/Clipper game more than the Laker game simply because the Laker game was a blowout early. So it gave us the opportunity to tune in over there and be able to break down a game that actually meant something to us today because it would determine our first round matchup. But here's the beauty of things, right? Is that let's just say the Warriors win the first play-in tournament game. They're going to go and face the Rockets. I think the Rockets got what it takes to beat them. And that would be a very spicy series after that little regular season game they had. Again, I'm gonna save all the details for tomorrow for NBA Weekly, but man, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the playoffs. I'm glad regular season was up and down, but it ended on a high note. We got to 50 wins. We locked up the third seed. But just look at the difference between the third seed and the sixth seed. It was one game difference. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? Every game counted in the Western Conference this year versus the East. There's a true difference between seed to seed, as you can see. So, yeah, I can't wait to break it down for you guys. My comments, questions, concerns. I'm going to keep this video a little bit short, so make sure you guys get in your comments. I'll read as many as possible. Let's see. He said, Ant-Man, Batman, I want to see my child, man. Yo, hepatitis, see you later, bro. You're goated for that. Damn. Ant-Man catching strays today. He said, Lakers in 5 or Lakers in 6 first round? Are Lakers about to go crazy? Bro, here's the thing, Ace. Primetime television is what this matchup is going to be. Ant-Man versus Luka versus LeBron versus Austin. You know? It's what it's all about, man. This is what we dream of. These type of matchups here. Playoff basketball. It don't matter who we face. We want the best of the best. Anyways, to get to the top, you got to go to the top competition. Anyways, King is better than Ant. I like that, BC. Yes, sir. Yeah, make sure you guys tap in, follow, guys. We'll be gaming tonight as well, man. Tonight is a celebration. We got the matchup. That a lot of people wanted. Not all of us wanted the matchup, but we got the matchup, and I like our chances. And we're going to go through the lower side of the bracket. So that's pretty cool, right? So let's just say once we beat the Timberwolves, we're going to face off versus, let's just say, hypothetically, the Rockets advance. And then we don't have to see OKC till potentially the Western Conference Finals. Will they get there to face us? TBD. There's a high chance of it happening, but let's see. They're going to have to go through some battles over there on the top side of the bracket, too. Wolves going to be a tough matchup. We don't have an answer for Ant. He might average 40. But here's my counter to that count. They don't have an answer for Luka. They don't have an answer for LeBron. They definitely don't have an answer for Austin Reeves. So, again, I like our chances. And when Rui shows up to the party, we got a big 4, and that's a huge problem. But they also have a lot of depth. I like Randall over there. I like Naz Reid. I don't really like Rudy Gobert, but Naz Reid is a problem. They got bucket getters off the bench like Dante DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's had a most improved season. Man, but the Lakers are just battle tested. We went through it, yo. We've been through this all season long, and to be honest, nobody in the West intimidates me at all. Not even the Thunder. I feel like the Lakers get in a 7-game series with them, we'll beat them too, right? But TBD. Let's see how the matchups go. Let's see. We got to stay healthy. Those are all keys. You got to have your health. You got to have everything in order to win in the playoffs. You got to be 110% good to go and ready and clear. And yeah, let's see what happens. Comments, questions, concerns. Can we just start playing tonight and get the matchups confirmed so we can start the playoffs next week? Ace, as much as I would love it, brother, I would love the playoffs to start tonight. We absolutely need the rest. We've been beaten. We've been battered. We played the most back-to-backs, unfortunately, due to the fires here in Cali. So we need these 9 days off and just enjoy it, guys. Go on vacation. Do whatever you got to do because we get to enjoy playing tournament, pressure-free basketball for a week before the real playoffs start. I personally love the play-in tournament. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the play-in tournament. How do you guys feel about it? I've been a big fan of it. Look, we're getting these high-octane games late in the season where before a lot of these games wouldn't mean much because, you didn't have a chance to even be in the play-in tournament or whatever, so. You see, backcourt, passport, child support, Lakers in 5. Everybody keep destroying my boy Ant-Man with the child support. It's so hilarious. I love it. Somebody should make a child support billboard and troll him during the playoffs. That's what it's all about, man. Sometimes you got to get personal in the playoffs. Try to get into these players' heads. Julius Randle shoots 34% from the field and 28% from 3 in the playoffs. He is a big playoff dropper. I do wonder where their playmaking comes from because they don't have a big assist guy to set up. Well, they do a lot of ISO with Ant. They run a lot of pick and rolls with their bigs. I've been watching some of their games this year, and they try to out physical and out bully you. They're gonna try to crash the glass. That's what they're gonna try to get us. We have to crash as a unit. Everybody from Austin to Luka. Luka's a great rebounder. To LeBron, Jackson Hayes, especially. I'm concerned about his rebounding capabilities. He gives up a lot of offensive rebounds. We could be cooked if that happens. So They're gonna try to wear us down with their size. This is where I wish we would have signed Debo for a matchup like this. Right away, we're gonna be tested with that front court, and so I want us to rise to the challenge and hopefully get this dub, man. Remember when we hated the play-in tournament because we were the first in the first season? Well, I was a wait and see guy. I didn't really hate the play-in tournament. I was a wait and see, and it grew on me. From the first season, I actually liked it. If you go back and watch my videos, I was like, I want to wait and see. I don't like the idea of it, but let's see. And then sure enough, boom, it just grew on me. After I saw the first play-in tournament, I was like, this is very competitive. It feels like the game 7 before game 7. And yeah, let's do it. The first play-in game will be held on Tuesday. So I was going to do around the league this week, and I might still squeeze it in there. But I'll say this. I'm going to do NBA Weekly tomorrow to break down all the playoff matches, playoff edition. I'm going to do the play-in tournament coverage on Tuesday. If there's no game, then I will. If there's no game Wednesday, then I'll do it Wednesday. If not, it'll have to wait. NBA Weekly, or should I say, around the league, will have to wait. So we'll see. I got to schedule everything in line, but yeah, got to see where the play-in tournament games are because I want to cover those. I want to do post game and all that, and the hate watches on Playback TV. So it's gonna be good, sis. It's gonna be so good. I also think that LeBron, Rui, and DFS should be more than enough to defend Gobert, who is not a scorer, and they are going to target Gobert all game on the perimeter. Yeah, that's the advantages. Is that this is not an elite 3-point shooting team. That's the advantage. We don't have to run through all these screens and all this and all that. However, they excel in every other category besides 3-point shooting. So, like the front court is my biggest concern. I think if DiVincenzo, however, gets hot, that could be interesting. Yeah, and he's a big-time playoff performer as well. Again, this team is the team I respect the most, and it should be a fun series. From beginning to end, it should be fun. Very easily, it could end up in 5. If the Lakers lock in, we shouldn't give up but 1 game to them, and that'll be in their house if the Lakers lock in. However, Ant-Man is a special talent who's been known to rise to the challenge. He's very similar to Luka in the sense that he elevates his game in the playoffs, and he's very clutch and tough to contain. It's going to take a total group effort. I want to see Vando on him. I want to see Rui to start the game on him. I want to see even LeBron switch out sometimes, because LeBron's a good defender in clutch situations. I want to see let's see how Austin can hold up in the beginning of the matchup. But I also need Austin to cook on the other end. That way Ant doesn't have his legs fully for the offensive end. I mean, so many different keys here to this matchup. So many. Appreciate you, Kimmy Goat. Our team has shown that we can be inconsistent with our 3-point shooting percentage. If we have a couple of those games and we get crushed on the boards, this series could go 6 or 7. It could go, but that's doomsday scenario. The beautiful thing is that they're all good shots. With Luka Doncic at the helm running point, LeBron James being such a pass-first guy as well, they're all going to get wide open looks. And so as the series progresses, we should start to break down their defense more and more and more. I think the first couple games are going to be the hardest. And Luka's going to shred this defense, man. Luka is known to kill these type of defense, especially when they play him up close and try to front him, ball deny him and all that. He's just so crafty, and he elevates his playoff performances to another level. And let's just say he's off. LeBron could pick it up. Let's just say they're both off. Austin Reeves and Rui could pick it up. Maybe even DFS has a DFS game. These are the type of series where role players are going to play a premium role. And, hopefully we get the Austin game. We get I can't even call Austin a role player no more. He's a star. But hopefully we get a Rui game in there. We get a DFS game or a couple of those. And then a Gabe Vincent game would be awesome where he looks like Fisher, one of those that he had in the regular seasons, would be phenomenal. The first plan was actually the one in the bubble, and it was different. If you were X number of games above 500, you didn't even have to compete. I love the play-in, bro. I just love it. I love the concept of it. I love everything about it because it just kept those tanking teams on their toes till the bitter end, So I absolutely enjoyed the play-in tournament games, and I definitely gonna enjoy them now that we're not in them and we're solidified. We got top 3 seed, Now we're not gonna go this far, Ben. We will never thank the Clippers for shit. They didn't do shit for us. They didn't do shit for us, man. Let's see. We got another one. Timberwolves, Timberlands, Justin Timberlake, Lakers in 5. Let's go. 7-day rest is beautiful. It's really nine days if you don't count this game because most of our guys rested. It's really a 9-day rest week. So Let's see. I agree. The Wolves are very comfortable winning ugly games, and so should we be. We've been through all the adversity that we're going to need in order to compete in this series and to win. And again, guys, if we take Ant-Man and we make them struggle, uh, it shouldn't be that hard. But if we let Ant-Man go off and then the role players go off, that is when we're going to struggle, right? But this season, even though of course some of these games happen, without Luka, but we beat the Timberwolves February 27th, 111 to 102. Key here is that we held them. December 13th, when we still had AD, we lost 87 to 97, right? December 2nd, we lost to them 109 to 80. But then October 22nd, right? Again, those are the games I don't really like to look at because we still had AD. We beat them 110 to 103, and that was to start the season, right? I believe this was our first matchup. So it's very mixed results. Here's the thing, though. The final one was on February 27, right? And in that game that we played the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards only had 18 points, and we beat him 111 to 102. So that tells me one thing, right? And by the way, we still didn't have Luka. Well, actually, no, we did have Luka. Luka had 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists in that game. 33 for LeBron, 17 rebounds in that game. And then Austin had 23, 5, and 6. So we know that our three guys are very capable of getting off against this team. We know that, right? So that's the good news. But that's only a very small sample size. We only played them one game with Luka, and we beat them 111. What was the final score? 111 to, I think I just said it. 111 to 102. So hopefully we'll get more games like that where our defense is a premium. And like I said, in that game, we were able to hold Ant-Man to 18 points and 6 rebounds with 5 assists. So that is key. Watch out for the no-name players, though. The no-name role players, those are the ones that make me uncomfortable. Those are the ones that end up going off. And also, like I said, Julius could be an X factor if he steps up for them. He's tough. Keith, thank you so much for Super Chat, brother. He said, what's your tight playoff rotation be like? Great question. Great question. All right. So my playoff rotation is going to be obviously LeBron, Rui, Jackson Hayes, Austin, and Luka, which is the starting lineup. DFS, Gabe Vincent, Jordan Goodwin, Jared Vanderbilt, and Dalton Connect. That's my rotation right there. That is my rotation. Is a 10-player rotation. It's probably going to be less than that. They're probably going to remove Dalton from that. But I think we're going to need Dalton eventually to floor space if we ever get stagnant. That is I would love to have a 10-man rotation. That's just me, though. I like depth. I feel like depth in a series, you get less beat down, less battered, and fresher for the next series. I want a 10-man rotation. I know JJ's known for going with 9. So in that scenario, you just subtract Dalton from that scenario. But I want a 10-man. I really do. Let's see. Call me crazy, but I actually think we match up better against the Thunder. I think we match up great against anybody in the West. It's the East we struggle with this year. I feel if there is a pathway to victory, JJ, Brown, and Luka will find it as long as the team is healthy. Let's go, Lake Show. Absolutely, Alicia. Absolutely. I agree with you. I like our chances versus anybody in a 7-game series. 110% agree with Alicia. And that's the key right there, is that playoff basketball is different than regular season basketball, right? It's way different. For one, playoff basketball slows down. That's why I think we're going to specialize. We got older players, and we got guys who've been in the trenches who can get buckets when the game slows down. They also been in the trenches, though. They got a lot of experience over there on that side. Ant was just in the Western Conference Finals last year, right? Julius has been in the playoffs many years, especially with the Knicks. Obviously Rudy Gobert, all those guys, they have it. They have that experience. Am I going to play Alex Len? Hell no. That's a hell no for me. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of Alex Len. Matter of fact, we got smoked today largely part due to him. We were close in the second quarter, and then they took off when we reinserted Alex Len. He's just too slow. He's too flat-footed. I regret the fact that we signed him. Thank God we only have him for the rest of this season, then he's done. I wish we would have signed Debo just to have a big body to set screens. Alex Len makes Jokic look fast. That's a problem, right? You catch my drift here. Also, OKC is better than the Wolves in general. They are. But I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't know who robbed the Lakers more, Westbrook or Alex Len. Westbrook for sure because of that contract. and the fact that he was a locker room cancer. At least Alex Len is just quietly in the background, just decaying away by himself, not causing any havoc. Westbrook, one of the worst Lakers in history, up there with Kwame Brown and Smush Parker. And that's because the production to payment ratio, plus you factor in the fact that he was a true vampire in the locker room with those golden fangs, it was a huge problem. Let's see. My boy D Free said Luka slices the Wolves apart. Also, I don't think I've ever seen Ant have a nightmare game versus us. The most of the time, we hold him to relatively quiet games. You're right. The only thing I will say to that is we have not faced Ant in the playoffs. He's different in the playoffs. I respect him in the playoffs. He's got that Mamba mentality. Very Kobe-esque. Some people compare him to Jordan. I see Kobe. He's going to be an absolute problem. I think he'll elevate his play style. But we do have the defenders to throw on him. He's going to see Vando. He's going to see Rui. He's going to see LeBron in spurts. He's going to see DFS. He's going to see Goodwin. He's going to see a little bit of everybody throughout the course of a game. So I look forward to seeing how we try to slow him down. And also we got to make sure nobody else gets off. But if we can stop the head of the snake, we got this series in the back for sure. I think so, Rob. He's up there for sure. I can't say for certain if he is because all time hasn't passed. We still got years and years to go. God forbid we get somebody worse. But I can say he's definitely one of the worst we've had in the past. For surely. Absolutely. I can't. You ain't lying, brother. I still have nightmares about that man. Still. Till today. But all right, guys. I'm going to cut my my post game a little short since I do have a show coming up tomorrow, NBA Weekly. Make sure you guys tune in for that, okay? Because that might supplement, that might replace around the league, just in case I don't have a gap to do it in, that show. So make sure you guys do that. Tap in tomorrow at around probably 6 p.m. Pacific time, probably tomorrow in the evening when everybody gets off of work. That way we have more viewers. And I will be tonight joining, all right, all fresh hip hop, man. Fresh Out Hip Hop. Make sure you guys tap into their channel, y'all. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk hip hop, my brand new hit single. Now I'm Back. If you guys haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's on Apple Music, iTunes, and every streaming platform. And I will be over there at 5 p.m. Pacific time tonight. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. Final comment is Vando usually does a good job guarding Ant-Man. Yes, he does. I can't wait. And he's very comfortable playing in Minnesota too, which I think he tweeted something about that. How many minutes are these guys playing in your rotation? Because I wouldn't be surprised if JJ goes 8 guys. I think depth is good, but when you're the main guys are all playing 40-plus minutes, it matters less. I would love to play them 35 ideally, but they're probably going to get 40, and you're probably right. I can see JJ doing that. However, I want a 10-man rotation. The 10 I mentioned, I think we will stagger and confuse their defense. That's what I want to see for sure. But all right, guys, thank you so much for tapping in. I literally have 1 hour to go eat and then get back on the stream. Make sure you guys go show love, support to Fresh Out Hip Hop, best hip hop channel out there. You're going to have your boy as a guest today. So tap in, guys, on the 1s and 2s. And for the rest of you guys that aren't into hip hop, I will see you guys tomorrow, NBA Weekly playoff preview matchups or playoff matchup preview. Sorry, I said that backwards. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right, stay tuned, guys. Much love. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Kimmy Goat, thank you. All season long you've been covering. Playoff mode activated, Kimmy Goat. I will see you on the other half, on the other side, all right? Make sure you guys tap in. It's called Fresh Out Hip Hop. And I'm going to try to see if they allow me to dual stream, so it should also come out on this channel just in case you guys don't find it. Fresh Out Hip Hop is their YouTube channel. It's awesome. The link is also on my main page on Twitter. So if you guys, oh, there you go. Kimiko just provided the link. Make sure you guys tap in. Gonna talk some hip hop, some Kendrick, all that good stuff. All right. So stay tuned, guys. See you guys later.